They'll push each other back. Heavy util usage at the beginning of this round.
Oh, you're right. They are pushing. Artist pushing forward for the first blood of the round. Following behind the Trailblazer. Capitalizing on that first one, but C9 readapts right away. Pushing out towards Art. First contact once again. Still NRG on the board. Wow. The late alert not going to work out. Jake's already solo. At least denies the flawless for Cloud9. Looking for this clutch as NRG are closing in. But they have all the numbers moving forward. Watching the correct spot. And it's picture perfect.
This is the first time they go towards C for a long hit. Good touch and go.
Yeah, trying to stop the mid push. Trying to break the turret as well. Focusing a lot of players on the B site. But because of this heal, there's dwindled numbers. A weakened B site, but Victor still opens it up. Hidden behind the map. Here comes the alarm bot. Nice little flash, but Zeppa turned away from it to be able to get these kills. So nice clean take so far for Cloud9. Zeppa continues to push forward. Assam now overwhelmed by Jake on the other end. Crashies answers back with his own Phantom in a clutch situation. A disadvantage against 3, and it's perfect positioning for...
They're still being super patient on this one. They kind of want NRG to make a move. We saw this a lot in the NRG EG game, where NRG would not move until
left.
Evil Geniuses almost had to play full contact into the situation. As such,
so we get a contact right there. Op shot miss by Artist, but Crashes is still holding the behind the site. 18 seconds left. The top of the ponytail spotted, but Celsius can get the kill. Crashes pushing forward for the headshot onto Rooney. He's going to work.
wild.
Celsius in the site. Another disadvantage. Crashies cannot get moved out of B site. Coverage on Art. Trailblazer, though, is going to get him ready. There is that Cloudburst dash away. And being able to fall away fast enough to allow his teammates to move forward to support. C9 now walk into the site. High Tide moving up. Lockdown being set down by Cloud9 as the plant will come in. Wallbang almost got that pick there, but Finesse still gets the kill onto Leaf. So we're waiting now for NRG to retake the site after the lockdown. Here's the attempt. Reckoning to start things off. Cove being thrown down as Runa gets the pick off onto Victor. Zels is still trying to play around this Cove to try to get a pick, but he gets picked off himself by Artist with the operator. Post plant now situation for C9. Cove coming up, Zeppa looking for timing. Teammates are falling down left and right. And that's NRG with the retake.
The rest of NRG so far. We're not seeing the regular cascade wall here from NRG. They're playing this so much different.
And that's
C9.
Want to move forward as C9 to get these early picks before the Toxic Screams comes up, so Artist gets picked off. Saw the change of the tech, the Cloudburst that came up. That's what he wanted to do prior. Drop behind the site. Now NRG's on that rotate. There's one flanker moving in for NRG as well. Triple push by C9 in the back of the site. Victor falls. The flank now comes forward. Wow. Up to Finesse and Crashies on a 3 versus 2. Flashman coming out from long Seekers out as well. Finesse down to 5 HP. Wall coming up on the attack to try to chase him down.
Full health.
Puck's not planning yet. And Crashies
They don't know. They don't know.
made it behind. Flash now. They absolutely know where he's at. Cleans back the kill. That's Celsius with the pick and C9 with the 4th round. Artist on the first contact. That's that pick. They're not going to check on Crashies.
Oh my
he misses
God.
his shot. There's still support from Som.
What a
He
push.
still sticks alive. He gets a second one up to Celsius, leaving out Rudy alone. What a push here by NRG. Off the timeout, in the call, the perfect read against Cloud9, putting Rooney against the whole roster of NRG. And a flawless to even end it.
I think what makes it more incredible, Van Silly, like you said, off the timeout, right calls at the right time. And we see that very commonly for them. The same play. Shark attack, right to B.
What? Through the poison orb, Leaf coming out though with the blade storm, connects the second onto Crashies, dashing forward, updrafting, looking for Som, finally finds him, looks for the pick, Reckoning comes down as well, and the B side is now open. Finesse now rotating towards the spawn, support coming in from Victor, but a late lurk once again comes out from Rooney. Plant will come down for C9. As the lockdown dropped by the defenders, the lurker dropped, and that gives a chance here for NRG to fight back on the defense for the retake. Chick stays inside the radius, still gets a pick before he falls, now activating the Viper's Pit. The 2 versus 1. The tap onto the spike. And Finesse is looking around, but it's Leaf coming in from the side. The 4K into the round. Just heading back towards Secret. NRG now looking for that pressure up on mid, and so are Cloud9. A trade-off on a 4v4. Rooney trying to get a spray through that high tide, and he gets picked off. Unfortunately now for Cloud9, allowing NRG to get the plant. It's very safe though. Forward positioning. Forward push from Artis up at Flowers. The rotate comes across. A late lurk this time on the attack, and that's Finesse, as you can see.
The forever lurk.
Looking for this timing onto Jake. Jake's not even paying attention to it. Turns around though, and still gets the headshot. Artis now trying to stay alive towards Flowers. Numbers are dwindling now for NRG, but C9 are also low on HP. That clock is ticking on that spike. C9 had to react quick. It's up to Sam inside the cove. It's the gulag right there. The trade-off. Zeppa gets the kill.
I suggest you move.
All right. Reckoning goes through. Here comes the util dump from Cloud9.
Yeah, really good Reckoning to get all of this information. With the lore buy that you have for C9 and getting all the audio cues from the geysers coming out from the Reckoning. The kills are coming out easily for NRG. And you definitely can see it here. There's no time left onto the spike. So NRG gets a very easy post plant to regain the lead. In towards A. Wall up for the high time. And that's NRG's execution. A split once again. 3-2 into the A site. Counter Seekers coming out from the defenders for C9, and we want to fight through with the flashes. It works out for 3 kills. No plans coming through. It's deniability for Cloud9.
All prepped and ready. Again, another one of these strats. It's going to just take contact from NRG. Unless Jake gets a little antsy here. Makes a step in the back. That was definitely heard, so they know there's one secret. Rotations now coming over from Leaf. And NRG's gaining that ground.
The shot in, the trade-off by Artis. Zeppa close range. Connects.
2v2.
And then it's Victor right away with the plant down, and with that plant, we'll get the lockdown. He'll place her right away. And Leaf now has to be forced to move forward, and even the Nanoswarm to pull him back. That's a perfect Nanoswarm placed down. Perfect utility by Victor to allow both players of NRG to reposition themselves out towards long A. But they're coming up against here Zelsis, who just put up the high tide. And as the cove comes up, Zelsis is looking for a timing to tap onto that spike. More sprays coming through. Now Zelsis is going to stick it. Walking into the smoke. It's a trade-off again. Zelsis gets the pick. Onto Finesse. Comes in for the defuse.
Good
Denied
delay.
once again, exactly there by Snake Bites, high tides. Seekers now out on the attack, so NRG committed to a B hit. Reckoning then out on the defense as Jake pushes in towards the back of the site. Once again, C9 holding the ground. Reckoning pushing NRG back.
30 seconds left.
Toxic Streams about to come down on the defense as Crashes is looking for a timing. Support on the back of the site too, and that's NRG able to ring back finally. Only for a couple of kills until it leaves Finesse alone. Op shot missed by Leaf, but at least the information's there. Spikes out of sight, out of reach. And Finesse decides to pull back and save.
Here, or Pits, right? Where he does something in U-Haul, but may do something in B-Link to disconnect how the rotation would happen. You never put it by him here as they cook something up. Identifying the Killjoy utility, pretty default. There's low by round though.
Off angle set by Rooney. The flash, it was a late flash. That was a nicely done flash by Crashies.
Right there.
Double swing for the kill, a second one into the B-Link, so Jake can get the support. Disadvantage now for C9, only for a bit.
30 seconds
As
left.
Leaf and Zelsis instantly drop 2 players of NRG. Swinging the advantage back for C9. 20 seconds left. Crashies looking to walk back in the A. There's only 1 player defending on that site. Rotation then comes across. There's only 13 seconds left. Leaf is going to get punished out of that one.
10 seconds left.
Zeppa knows
10
now.
seconds left, yeah. But the spike's in the back of the site. It's going to be still a plant coming through. Got out. The first tap. And the headshot from Crashies. On a 1v1. Cove up. Position from Crashies. Gets that clutch there against Cloud9. The offense from NRG. And finally, we had the first execution. Artis dashing across towards the back of the site. Leaf looking to battle against him, but he loses the fight. Advantage now for NRG as they rush into B. Waiting for all of these walls to come down before the bloodbath starts. And indeed, there you go. All these trades coming across to make the advantage out for NRG. Cascade then push back out on the defense. Celsius looking for a timing. But this has just been great utility being done by NRG so far, scaling all of these utilities up and down until this happens now for Jake to regain control back in the B site. Rudy on top of Heaven too. Not answered back by Victor, but Ray swing out! The man's insane! C9 comes back in for the defuse, and they get that point!
A 4. Ooh, they're hovering.
Trying to do a similar play. Trailblazer already going towards the back.
Oh my gosh.
Spraying through the high tides to get 2 kills. That nullifies the lockdown that Victor had available for NRG to try to open up side. Seekers then coming out. There's only 3 players left alive here for NRG. Make that only 2. Crush is doing whatever he can, but it falls down to Finesse. And a 4v1 now spotted by the Seeker. Cascade coming through. The first headshot to Celsius, but it's not enough. C9 will get the first map on Pearl.
An incredible showing from Cloud9 in the end. It may have kind of looked under the radar of the way they were doing it, but Cloud9 almost wins half of their 4 V5s in this game.
Cover.
Good damage.
As indeed, it does some damage onto Victor. Crashy still in sight, but does not have any regrowth. It's a Trailblazer to try to clear open if NRG are looking to hit this A site.
Seen a few frenzies around. Always know those are super good for breaking baby door and just making a quick dash over towards that B site once you fake an A. Doors open. They're going to start clearing.
Oh, that allows Victor to go for the dash behind, but he gets stunned. We come in across it with Semba holding in the back of the site. Looking for that third, but it gets denied here by Crash. He's advantage out for C9. Plant coming down for NRG. Rotate coming across. As now Artis is in a position. Help playing close towards a small door. All 3 players of C9 looking to flood back from the top of Heavens. And that flash gives a lot of information to allow Artis to start activating a lurk. Dropping down silently other players of Cloud9. Now it's up to Crashes to hold that side, that 1v1. They know Crashes is alone on A, and Jake denies him right away. Will stick onto that spike. Poison Orb then coming up, the wall bang, trying to get that kill onto Jake, but it's not gonna happen. C9 get the pistol.
Little body shots. It's okay.
Yeah, it makes it difficult, especially when C9's 1 player behind. The Trailblazer's gonna spot a lot. It's gonna be hard for them to gamble on their early rotate when that, exactly what you mentioned, Riv, that flash, the second one didn't get the information. So this becomes an easy plant for NRG. C9 looking for the damage on their bonus round. Nice job by Celsius to clear that corner. And that will allow a fight to mount, but C9 decides to pull back altogether, work towards the waterfall.
That door game.
Wait and see if Zeppa still has a flash that's about to come up, or if we're just gonna flood right back. The flash comes out on the attack at least, though. But C9 still takes advantage of that as this wall comes down, placed up here by Rooney. Here comes the bloodbath. This is good for a couple of kills for NRG.
1 enemy remaining.
Her advantage, make that in favor of NRG just for a bit, but the damage has been done on C9's bonus.
Almost dedicated to a fake with how far Artis is pushed up towards B, I feel.
Paranoia being thrown, Trailblazer to get the hit on to Leaf. We break the door, we get the stun onto Celsius. Nice pick by Victor, first blood in the round. Pivoting now towards the B site as Jake's trying to get a kill with the Sheriff. Won't get it. Cannot connect onto the second one though. These kills are coming through for NRG no matter what, leaving Rooney solo. Alone towards the A site. NRG full control of B. Plant not even needed as Crashes continues against the push on the A side. They want to do it on C and try to get the flank, knowing that usually in these moments, Artis is playing solo, trying to watch that rotate.
Yeah.
I think they got a perfect timing off the turret. I don't know if Artis actually recalled it while he's moving forward with the rest of his team, but he was moving forward to pick up this A orb, try to get into tree and get the lockdown in. But here's Finesse watching that flank. Lockdown now activated for NRG as they're pushing in the A site. Counter flashes coming across and C9's rotating all the way across the B site.
Celsius?
But a 1v1 inside A. Celsius will definitely get detained, but at least wins that fight against Victor. Plant only comes down now, so that gives a chance still for C9 to go for the quick rotate. Crashy's trying to get a timing. His opponent slides across as it's lead. Counter lockdown now coming out on the defense. Paranoia being pushed by NRG to keep their opponents back. But here's the opportunity with the overdrive for C9. Clearing all the utility left behind here by NRG as they pop the nanoswarms early. Leaf getting a shot onto Som. But things are looking really good for C9 on that flood retake. The second shocker from Leaf onto Finesse. C9 will get the defuse. It's definitely where C9 found a lot of success in the early days of Lotus getting these pressure, these pushes on C-Long. Leaf activating like he can in this area, but it's a trade-off on both ends. Seekers in already coming through. Artist will just break all of those Seekers as he can, just to make sure that I don't get more information on that third player, and that's Victor still holding towards that A orb. But you're right here, Riv. Leaf has definitely been calm on this very map.
Yeah.
Struggling against Leviathan just days before. Now trying to find his groove once again where he found so much success for Cloud9. To allow C9 to get a very strong Lotus, but now it's still NRG in the lead by 1. Yeah. All grouped up now for a full execution towards A. Thankfully now for C9, it's all of Zelsa's utility actually stacked up in that area. Turret now being shot down, alarm bot still up.
Back
NRG deciding to move towards that baby door, up towards the B site. Rooney looking for a timing nanoswarm to get broken up, but that gives his information away. His position away. Snakebite looking to be thrown. Ult to get Som out into a position where he could flank. Meanwhile, though, Rooney falls. Disadvantage now for C9 looking to play that retake. A 1-for-1. Up to only Zelsis. Now being pinned and sandwiched because of that ult back from Som. Wins that fight against Artist. Looking to tap onto that spike. Here's the footsteps moving forward. Knows that Som's heading towards the A-Lane. Looking to stick that spike off that spike. Looking for the spray, but it's Som that's going to win it after all. Now C9 to rotate across that small door. So both make that even 4 players of C9 looking to rotate in duos on the top and the back of that B site. No flashes available. Zeppa does get the trade-off onto Artist, but we just have too good of positions for NRG. Playing even inside the site instead of playing far back on post blast hit. Yeah, towards B. C9 meanwhile looking for the push on A side, looking for the fast flank. Alarm bot placed on the ground, door now opening. 2 players now pinched towards the orb of B, but it's still being won by NRG. Zeppa still anchors inside B site. Seekers coming out, a 3 versus 3. Door being reopened by Rooney, so they can pinch back against NRG. That forces a lockdown to come down for Artist. Zelsis does get the pick off of the Som no matter what, though. We don't care about the lockdown, just pushing in for these kills. Artist finally at least gets spotted by Zeppa. Reopening the door once again. As now we're dancing across, Runa gets the pick.
Half second map.
And it's Victor with an opener once again, this time at least. We break the door early for Cloud9. We trade it right back, and that's courtesy of Zelsis. Now NRG will not be able to do these quick plays of opening the door, no forcing pivots, and then going for a late hit towards B. So adaptation for Cloud9 within this round. That now puts Artist out of commission. As I was just about to mention him putting the alarm bot just towards the door to not allow C9 to rotate back.
Yeah, a little pivot by Jake. Sees the smoke coming up from the opponents, uses that as a step. Ready to make a play now.
Here's the spike plant. The jiggle up across. Finesse goes head-to-head against him. He TP's back out. Snakebite on the ground. The white swing coming out. Now a big flash coming through by Crashies as Jake now has to fall back down looking for a timing.
What is this dance?
Finesse is still trying to push against him. He gets hit by the Seeker. Finesse is pushing forward, finally drops him down. The advantage back for the defenders still, though, as a lockdown pushes both defenders on the postman out on the attack. And Zelsis then swings in with the rest of Cloud9. And C9 looking to do the exact same thing here that NRG has done against them. Meanwhile, though, Toxic Stream does come out on the defense as a slide comes across, and this is going to be a bloodbath once again. An advantage for Cloud9 as both players now pulling back from NRG. The slide across, what the click from Som and a kill from Mortis. The spike falls as the advantage comes back for the defenders.
Celsius.
Gun here.
Definitely alone. And you needed some reaction time coming out from Som with that shot. That was actually quite nice to see.
Oh,
Now Nanoswarm pushing Finesse away, picking up the Ghost, getting the first kill.
spamming.
Through the smoke, does get hit, does get tagged a bit. And the second Nanoswarm, unfortunately, does not pop off, so that does not allow Zelsis to push forward to pick up the spike. We'll have now to come down to these duels.
Just grab it. Just reach out and grab it. He can do it, I believe.
Still a high-low now from Som and Artis. The jiggle peek and a tap just to try to bait a positioning. Oh, just saw the hip of one.
Oh, no, it's a gun! No, it's a gun again! It's a gun again! Okay, maybe he can't grab it.
Go get it, Arms!
Artis gets it. As this map gets split.
Ooh. There's two players right now from C9 trying to take control of this orb because we wanted his Seekers. And NRG identified that, went for a heavy push out towards the B side. Dropping Leaf once again. And on the other end, there was two more players of Cloud9 trying to move towards that C site, allowing Zelsis to pick up this orb and drop that lockdown. That will push the players back for a bit. We still have the smokes available now for Jake as he throws him right now. We're committing to the execution. Snake bites being thrown, so it has to be planted in a different spot. Victor on the top here trying to spray on that ledge, pushed back by the Seekers. As it's time to play the retake. Trailblazer out from NRG to try to clear out the site. Two players from Waterfall, three players from Spawn. Big paranoia that's going to blind a few, except for Zeppa, who does punish Victor on the early push. Zeppa looking to fight back.
Oh my
Has
gosh.
support from Zelsis. It's a 2-for-2 on both ends. Advantage back for the defenders. Only one left to go. And as we mentioned, it was not planning for him. So Rudy has to try to fight back and can't get it done. Som went for the jiggle peek, saw one, and a Trailblazer coming out from Crashies went out towards Long B and didn't spot anybody, so they're guessing a nade push. But C9 rather are pushing into C instead. So smokes once again being thrown out by Jake. Trying to gain control in the back of the C site. Nanoswarm to even push Finesse away. He makes it across on the top. Dodging over the smoke and now inside the smoke getting a kill onto Zeppa. Jake though, still playing behind. The lockdown's up, the smoke dissipates. 2 kills, can't get the third. And that will allow the lockdown to fully go up. But meanwhile though, the spike has been planted. Big paranoia coming out here from Som, blinding both players of Rooney and Zelsis on that mound. There's still that poison orb that's up, but we're not defusing yet.
They'll know now. They know by now.
Now looking for a double push, big relay bolt, triple swing out. Zelsis cannot win the fight on the last two against Victor and Som. NRG comes back for the defuse. We're just delaying and delaying. Another dark cover down.
I feel like this round can get so scary. C9 feels like they're in a good position, and you have 3 huge ultimates to come out of NRG to identify everything that's happening. Here's the hit on A.
Nice Nanoswarm though. That might allow a timing for Son to push forward through, but instead it's a poison orb that prevents him from pushing forward. Once again, C9 will get a plant down with 5 players alive, but 2 players heavily damaged. Indeed, from a spike plant down, the lockdown's available. Oh. The barrel of the gun is sticking out, the shots are being missed. Zeppa still gets the right click classic on the Som, and now the lockdown comes down. We're trying to get the heroic play, but Finesse gets denied by Leaf. Everybody dropping like flies. C9 have now sealed the deal for NRG. Both players falling back.
Sorry, they just did it on Pearl.
Paranoia coming out, and Som does get the TP on top of Rumble, and then gets punished by Leaf as he throws his own Paranoia. Trailblazer to get information out on defense from Crashies as C9 decides to fall back and quickly into B. But that's where all of the utility left behind here from Artis is at. Trying to push forward. Grabbing the orb at the same time, now turret picked off. It doesn't budge NRG though.
Nope.
They're still holding their positions. Or picking up allows for them to have Seekers on the attack. Zeppa trying to find information as they see only one Seeker going towards C. Still committed to push inside B though. Artis flashed away. Snakebite Nanoswarm allowing the plant to happen towards the default towards Cloud9. Yeah, there's a Snakebite that comes down. Rooney putting the Viper's Pit up. Trying to get a timing on a retake now for NRG. Finesse is right there. Couldn't get the punishment onto Rooney.
Big mid flank.
And yes, indeed, it's a double flank coming across. That Zelsis holding his ground. Relay Bolt misses him. It's a 1-for-1, but Victor fights back. Back to a 2 versus 2. Leaf inside the pit with Rooney. Artist trying to get a timing. Picked off now on the top of the staircase up to Victor alone. Pit goes down, allowing Leaf to get another multi-kill. They're on their lows as they're on this lower buy. Now the trap play that we've seen before is counter paranoia. Out as Victor cannot get these kills. Crashing still gets the Sheriff kill. Pushing forward with the frenzy, the stinger rather. Som drops 2, Flash coming out, shorting out to get the kill. Oh, Rooney! Watching a flank and dropping both. But Crashies, he does have a Sheriff on a 2 versus 1. All he needs is a body shot on the last 2 players of Rooney and Zelsis, and he could definitely clutch this. He's been on fire in the first and second map. Look at that! The Red Bull clutch! Just around the corner is Finesse, as NRG is still inching and closing now on the rotate. Beeping in is that spike. Finesse does get the first kill. Second off the Zeppa though. Denied once again by Jake. But it's all up to 1. It's Rooney. Snakebite on the ground. Hiding under behind the dark cover. Avoiding the flash. Getting the first kill. Down to 11 HP. Big flash coming out. Second kill. But Artist sprays him back. And NRG will be able to push this into a 3rd map.
I can't believe it. Into Haven, where the chess game continues. Leaf in his tracks. Quickly putting up the dash. Activated, and mid control comes up for NRG.
Nice little re-peek out there by Leaf. The pick onto Victor. Dash still available, and a long-range frenzy pops the dome of Leaf, making it a 4 versus 4. High Tide came out early. We're looking for garage control towards NRG, and if we can, though, look at this push coming out from Jake.
So big. He's ready in position, and actually audio cues as well are going to come from this. He'll get bolstered by Zeppa as they try to play a little bit more towards C-Long. The rotation then comes faster on the lurk, but Zelsis.
This is where it gets tough, because you're pushed up on the other end, but you're alone. If you die here, this is going to be easy for your opponents to get into the site, and they will do just that for NRG. Rudy trying to get some truck darts across, but it's a poison orb that pushes him away. The plant comes across, and Artist is waiting and looking for the rotation. He's going to be the late lurk back towards the A connector, while we have jump spots coming out from Som at Sewers.
They haven't heard long yet.
Being spotted though by Crashes. The timing on this one, trying to get the backstab, cannot get it done. We stay alive for NRG, at least for now. 7 HP onto Finesse. Crashes falls as C9 are going in for the retake.
The reflank.
Only 2 to take. The reflank coming out, it's not going to happen. It's a rotate back from the Sewers. 2 players now low with the frenzy, trying to get the spray. Artist trying to get it done. Connects up to the first, but cannot swing onto the second one. Pushing for it with Jake. Finesse is the one that has the responsibility to watch that flank. But all he sees is daggers between his eyes. Falls early, and that's no wall to allow NRG to scale fast in the side, but at least they have the High Tide to work with. The beauty of the double controller. Zeppa long range with the frenzy, and it's looking really good here for Cloud9 to convert their bonus round.
That was the stinger as well to come up with a kill here.
Yes,
on the
stinger,
buy.
sorry, yes.
That's crazy. Oh no, you're right. It's just the fact that Zeppa's able to diff that still. Incredible stuff here. Cloud9 getting away with murder on those first few, and they do actually start with first blood to try and convert this easily as they flood into this retake. A pretty early High Tide there. This should give C9 enough time to wait and dive right in when they need.
Dash once again is still available for Leaf. Looking for a timing with flashes to dash through. Here it comes. Now onto the bottom. Couldn't get the first shot there onto Som, but spotted him towards the default. This is still going to be NRG trying to hold with their dear lives. Doubling up here towards Hell. Crossfires are still really good. A 2 versus 1. A big flash across. That's
crazy.
The patience from Zelsis.
Sketchy from NRG if it doesn't go off right away. They lose quite a few members on these first few angles.
Yeah, only 1 flash available. Just got used, and it doesn't hit too many players, so this is going to be strong positions. Now it's still Artist left and right with the dash activated. Finally denied by Zeppa. Responsibility once again for Artist.
Oh yeah.
Trying to move forward. And that same responsibility is for Leaf. Following behind the L drone. Does get the headshot onto the Crashies and dashes away instantly. And with that information from the L drone, a push up from C9, cutting out the rotations. Zelsis is playing under this window. Finesse looking for her timing. That's an orb here for B.
slow. They're actually wondering if Cloud9's going to push just like all the other rounds. See how aware they are of what's going on around and behind them, and they should be. Celsius just around the corner here for Artis.
Spotted.
Oh, the double take, and he takes him down.
Now it's time at least for another player inside B site. That's Zeppa. Does get the kill at least onto Artis. Support from Rooney, spinning through the cascade. Victor, through all this time, was looking for a late timing, a late lurk. But it's going to be a clutch attempt instead. First kill now. Gap is closed. Jake is watching the angle. You can definitely see now with 15 seconds left. It's going to be a round for Cloud9.
Cloud9 starting to pull away a little bit sooner in this, and their aggression is showing within each round. Being able to find these fights at lower or long.
Head-to-head combat between Artis and Leaf.
Love it.
A stalemate to keep all 10 players alive within the round, and control attempt towards Garage.
It's the first time we'll see C9 play pretty reactive to what NRG's doing. Reckoning's out, and they're heading to C.
Pigs in the back of the site. Updraft coming through. Jake still gets the kill onto Artis. He had a right-click miss. Got stunned on the second one and punished. Finesse cutting the rotations on 2 players in the B site. Lockdown then coming down on the attack from Victor. Instead of using it for a fake, it's been used to clear space. In the back of the C site.
Timing.
Leaf and Rooney get the 2 kills. Staying safe from the radius of the lockdown. As Crashies was looking for a play. Up to a 2 versus 1. Bomb burst, second one comes through, does get the kill. ADSing onto Leaf. Another 4 kills this time for Finesse. Comes in with the Red Bull clutch. We're about to have the fastest haven ever. A dash across here, a flash through, a crossfire set up. Trade off here, advantage for C9 as Celsius gets 2 kills. Holding their ground, recon dart, even a support if needed B. And NRG denied a plan NB. Decide to book it. Making a lot of noise to start things off. Nice ult now from the shadows from Jake. Getting information on 2 players at long C. That forces the rotate over from Zeppa. Has a lockdown and a nanostorm available.
Patience onto A. You can see Celsius ready. Make sure no push through has come if Rooney hasn't spotted them in sight. So a lot of possibilities here. They're giving NRG.
Yeah, that's going to be enough. The Aldrone is spawn 1.
They're
that
in and they're good
full
for it.
rotate indeed. Now High Tide Cove, a plant coming out from NRG. It's going to be safe. Instant lockdown coming through. Pit coming out. And there's that ping for the corner. Is there any combination to stop them in that area? It's the aftershock. It's the aftershock for blowing up Finesse.
Forced into it.
Victor trying to wash the flank. Now solo on a 4 versus 1. Jake just trying to waste the time down.
Yep.
Must be a sealed deal at this point. Victor not looking to fight back. Nice combination from Cloud9. With
Nobody is letting go of W in this series.
especially Leaf. Dash activated. First headshot to Finesse. That's with the Guardian. Trying to play the angle now. Bait and switch. Celsius ready with the flash. NRG moving forward. Rooney trying to go for the jiggle peek. Couldn't connect there onto the opponents pushing up. The Trailblazers stunning onto Leaf. Trying to dash away. The dash forward as well on the attack for NRG. Aftershock out from Celsius looking to delay. 1 versus 1 in the back of the side. Someone to support. Leaf falls down. Celsius stuck in the corner. And A site is now open for NRG. Zeppa looking for timing. Couldn't get it. And all of NRG running through spawn and book it towards the C side. Jake looking for this timing. The patience right now. Spotted the second player. There's that first headshot.
How smart.
He definitely knows that they're moving towards the C site, and he does have a paranoia to work with.
So much resting on Jake here. We said the shots were there for him earlier. Already has made the trigger discipline play. And can he make the 2v1 switch?
2 smokes available. Crashes watching that angle onto the ramp. The swing off. The awareness in the end of blocking back both of them.
Move towards A. And so much aggression here.
The aggression from Leaf allows for him to get the kill onto Artis. A push up from Jake. Catching one on a reload, and that spike down. Flash down towards Sewers. Crashes looking for the heroic play once again. Wins that duel. Trailblazer so aware with the information, so aware with his utility. But Victor is there for the support. Rolling Thunder out
Leaf?
to allow Leaf to push through. Shorty does not get a kill. Only one left to go. And it's
I
Crashies.
got the spike.
He's done it before, and he could do it again. Another 2 versus 1. Making a lot of noise. Zelsis around the corner. Full breach utility outside of the fault line. And he's just holding his ground. Now with the spike being planted, could call for his team to start rotating and doubling up with him towards sewers. Crossing over. Crashies is looking towards the spawn. Spots a Zeppa, and Zeppa is there to get the kills.
6-6.
After who wins the duels? And is it gonna be Artis? Indeed, he will get the first one, traded off by Rooney onto Som. Although NRG still holding the ground, playing aggressively. Big flash, double swing across, trying to tie the situation. Big fault line across too. But we cannot capitalize on a kill. Meanwhile, though, Jake does get the kill towards the A side of 2 versus 2. Trailblazer to push Zelsis back. Here's a fast rotate across, finds the support onto Crashies. As unfortunately, Crashies gets sandwiched and cornered. Up to Victor on a 2 versus 1. They're walking right back into him with this frenzy. It's so quiet right now. Victor pushes out. Jake with the patience. Slow down that fast speed from Cloud9 on the execution towards C. Big paranoia blinds up Victor. Counter flash coming out behind the high tide. It's a 1-for-1 on both ends. As it pulls back Cloud9, looking to readjust towards B. This is all being heard currently by Artis. Alarm bot even spotting a few Trailblazer out on the defense towards the garage. To see that the pivot has happened from Cloud9 towards here. Artis identifying that early sound being made, wins that 1v1 against Zeppa. Plant out for the ceiling, a flank out from Victor. And just clean shots all around from NRG in the end.
That's what needed to happen. It was just stopped there by basically one player of NRG. So they weather the first initiation storm of Zelsis' util. And now it's going to be the rehit. Zelsis gets this up. They get recon bolt. I think we're going to see going in. Great detection here by Crashies. And like I said, NRG waiting around the corners. Cloud9 have to show themselves first if they want to get anything out of this round.
Waiting a little bit too long now. Everybody's being set up. Still dodging all of this, but thankfully the Classic is going to be able to get 2 kills for Leaf. But the cavalry is already there. The Sheriff out from Rooney. Once again alone. Could not get the contact there onto Victor.
Another 3.
Have Leaf to punish anybody here towards this B site. Allen drone up. Victor in the back by Gong. Not spotted by the recon dart, which allows Artis now to move forward. All that information was there. Answered back though by Rooney, who does even up the score line. Double flank from behind. And that's Zeppa's turn. Fully flash. A heal coming out onto Som. That allows the plant to happen. The plant's happening towards the A site though. It's up to Zeppa and Rooney. Zeppa hearing the rotation across. It's gonna be 2 individual heroic plays. Both of them pinned. And trying to circle back. Quick flick on the first. And it's traded off now. Rooney looking to reposition.
Sonar bolt just came up for him.
Here's the footsteps from the A-Link. That's Finesse and Som moving together. Both footsteps not being heard. Pop is not even needed. On the tap, the kill from Som. 3 kills in a round. And NRG get the defuse without having to use.
Stingers in an effective position. Teleport across. It looks like they will start to slowly move up. Oof. Playing with fire right now. The dash is activated, but it's going to have to be Artis peeling away.
Still with this operator looking to lean back here.
So close.
Went right between both players of Cloud9. As they use the opportunity to push into the A site for a plant. But it's a defensive lockdown being placed on the ground. They can't break it. So Finesse will get a kill onto Zelsis. 3 of them have been detained. Easy kills coming out. Finesse through the cascade with another one up to Rooney. Leaf now trying to do the heroic play. It's not going to work. There's a cove with the defuse. What just happened? Those ults available. 3 players aren't moving through. Heard the updraft. Turns around for the kill onto Crashies. Support aren't moving through. Reckoning out on the defense. Aftershot to get the kill onto Crashies. And now the Hunter Skewer connected onto Victor. But still stays alive for now. Advantage back out for Cloud9 as the lockdown comes across. But we've not committed yet into the A site. Artis waiting here with the operator.
He's alone.
Shun not punished. Finally does so by the paranoia being thrown from Jake. Up, down towards the sewers. Off shot misses. It was close. The plant will finally come down for Cloud9.
They were ready. NRG was ready to call that a full fake. The rotation over to the site stalls a bit of that time for lockdown, but NRG's route ready to retake to this C9 post plant.
Here.
What do you till though? The harbor wall, maybe.
Exactly. The high tide maybe to cut some of the line of sights for Cloud9. The turret being very annoying. Cove being dropped down. Oh, whoa! Okay.
Yeah, they
Trying to
saved.
break the cove and then a headshot stop.
Without having Victor, every point needs to be watched, and I think they like the idea that it's going to have to be one person watching this B site. Smoke on left. Yeah, Sam plays his life until the rest of NRG can get here.
30
It's all being cleared.
Ooh.
Cloud9 are running across on the B side to A. But Crashies all along has been waiting at that cubby of long. 20 seconds left. Finesse trying to cut the rotation. One-on-one against Rooney. The falls back into sight. Crashies being watched by Jake. Dropped by Jake too. And instantly, Finesse and Artis are pulling back.
To another save. Your mind is pushed towards short. Ooh.
And it's Artis waiting here. Owl drone to actually ping him. He's not going to get hit out of that, but he dodges it right away. Leaf trying to get the opener. Bladestorm out. No more punishment once again. Onto Sam, down to 15 HP. Pulling out the call, trying to dance around the poison orb here. That was left behind by FNS.
They haven't cleared short.
Crashies with that does get the spray kill through the poison orb onto Jake. Seekers to come out. It does get the contact onto Leaf.
Oh dear.
A trade-off, a flood back. The plant comes down for C9 and it can't hold it.
Oh my gosh.
Smoke dissipates, but high tide still up. The swing out and the punishment. Rolling Thunder then comes back for C9. Execution out in big flank as well from Crashies.
Yes.
An attempt for C9 to hold a post plant once again. Re-smoke up towards heaven. Trailblazer to get information, so they definitely do know that Crashies is on that flank.
Great crossfires.
With the first flash, we're inching back towards spawn. Players are now moving forward. Nice recon dart here to also get that information from the reflood from spawn. Sam trying to inch first, damage down to almost nothing. 18 HP left, and it's C9 holding it down.
But the harbor wall is going to block them all. That's what NRG want.
And Artis is the one that's dashing in. Utility now being used, delays off the nanoswarm. Both of them being used by Zeppa. A recon dart out, but no kills coming through. Still a 5 versus 5 somehow with the clock taken down. Flash across. C9 on the board. 2 more left to go to bring us to overtime. And C9 will do it.
It's a scary spot.
A one and done spot as a Sova. Trailblazer as he hears it. Instant rotate across. Flash in the back of the site to allow the double swing across. But it's Artis that wraps around. 2 players fall down for C9. But Leaf comes back from the spawn to answer right back. Trying to get the spray through the high tides.
Spike planted.
Zeppa on the flank, now identified and spotted. And it's Finesse. Playing tucked in. And he's going to hear the full rotate back. Oh, it's a fake after fake. Paranoia that comes in from the spawn. A high-low, but a crossfire set up for NRG. Numbers dwindling down for C9.
Oh my gosh.
As it comes down to Zeppa still on this flank. But he has to move quick. There's that first kill on the Victor. Advantage still for NRG with 1 player alive. Zeppa now closing in up to the site. Crossfire set up for NRG. They're still too good. A 2v1 attack on a spike. Finesse puts NRG back in the lead.
NRG is saying do not move. Finesse says we're fine on this hold.
And are they fine on this hold for NRG? The triple setup, the crossfire, the walk-in. Jake punished by Artis. A dash in then from Leaf. But it's still the crossfire. Too good for NRG. Up to Celsius. Looking to get it done. Celsius! And forth. The 2 kills on a 2 versus 1 now. A plant will get him the Rolling Thunder. Victor and Finesse. Just across. It's not good